Hiya, I'm Joe Solo. I'm very happy to supply a belated set for this event. Sorry it couldn't happen at the weekend, but full marks to Ben for putting this sort of belated version together. I'm Joe Solo, and I'm going to sing you some songs tonight which hopefully join the dots between politics and culture, which are massively important steps. The cultural side of things is certainly what brought me into the movement back in the day, and it's an important thing to understand just how we all overlap and we all feed into one another and we all inspire one another. And this is how we change hearts and minds in the wider public rather than just in our own little pocket of the world. This is a song about how that happened to me. It's called We Were Young. I was born in black and white as the 60s lost their swing, and as punk rock came along, I was coded in. The dance-set generation, the scourge of your small towns, sprung from prefab cities, yeah, in brand new hand-me-downs. Like broke no records, no, I guess it went for me. All the wrong circles played a 45 and 33. We were Peter, Max, not Firefox. We grew up taking turns, and my favourite teachers were Joe Strummer and Jake Benn. Fell in and out of love like we fell in and out of class. Got lifts out with our mates, lives home in police cars. No gods, no leaders, we put faith in our guitars. We were young when we were young, when we were young. Oh, we were young. Thatcher's Britain taught me that I never would belong, and striking miners showed me which side I was on. They could kick it in your head, but not into your soul. They had law and order, yeah, but we had rock and roll. Fell in and out of love like we fell in and out of class. Got lifts out with our mates, lives home in police cars. No gods, no leaders, we put faith in our guitars. We were young when we were young, when we were young. Oh, we were young. I'm older and wiser now, but my youth is gone. Still know my left from right, yeah, and my right from wrong. You have to cling to something, or they'll break you, don't you see? Yeah, something they can never tame, 'cause that's what makes you free. Fell in and out of love like we fell in and out of class. Got lifts out with our mates, lives home in police cars. No gods, no leaders, we put faith in our guitars. We were young when we were young, when we were young. Oh, we were young. We were Okay, this is a message from a Sunday League football pitch in Hull back in the late 80s, and it's a lesson in solidarity. So it's a trade union message. It just comes from a different place, and this is what I'm talking about. You know, we learn these lessons as we go forward. It isn't always on picket lines. Sometimes it's in the bizarrest of places, but as long as we're clocking what's going on and clocking what makes us strong and why it makes us strong, then that's the battle, you know, right there. This is called You Take On One of Us. When I was young, no more than a kid, I used to rock a forest on the east side, yeah. This big like and a psycho skid, he took my ankles and my knees and my pride. Well, Mommy Johnny pulled me back to my feet. He said, you never let him pull you down. Next thing I knew, the whistle blew and I big like well laid out on the ground. And John said, take on one of us, you take on all of us. They pick on you, they pick on me. Yeah, you take on one of us, you take on all of us, and that's the way it's gonna be. So time went on and I grew up. At least I learned to bluff the stuff that I like, yeah. Been young and dumb, I pushed my luck, but I knew John had always had my back, yeah. Was in some bar when this lad took exception to my face the way the young man do. But John stepped in and without question said, I wouldn't, son, if I were you. And he said, take on one of us, you take on all of us. They pick on you, they pick on me. Yeah, you take on one of us, you take on all of us, and that's the way it's gonna be. I know you're down, and I know you're hating, and the wolves are gathered in a pack, yeah. And I see there's some out there deserting. Did you think I wouldn't have your back? Well, see, I remember when a good friend showed me what it takes to see your troubles through. Through thick and thin, that friend, he never failed me, so there ain't no way I bail on you. So let's sing, take on one of us, you take on all of us. They pick on you, they pick on me. Yeah, you take on one of us, you take on all of us, and that's the way it's gonna be. Take on one of us, you take on all of us. They pick on you, they pick on me. Yeah, you take on one of us, you take on all of us, and that's the way it's gonna be. Yeah, you take on one of us, you take on all of us. They pick on you, they pick on me. Yeah, you take on one of us, you take on all of us, and that's the way it's gonna be. Okay, right, I don't like writing protest songs in the sort of the old kind of accepted thing of what protest songs are of the moment, stamping your foot about issue songs, because I like to write something that's got a bit more of a shelf life, because you know, if he was writing about something now, what would it be? I don't know, Matt Hancock's resignation or something like that. Do you know what I mean? It's tomorrow's chip wrappers, and it's not worth a song. You know, none of these people are worth a song. Only the wider struggle and only the history of the wider struggle is worth songs. But sometimes, as a songwriter, you have to do kind of a state of the nation thing. You know, just every couple of years, just try and sum up what's going on out there. And so these songs don't tend to last very long, so you sing them while they're relevant, you know. So this is a kind of a song casting a glance around what passes for politics in the UK today. We've lost, especially on the left, we've lost ideology. We've lost our sense of what we are. We've lost our sense of what socialism is. Nobody can understand or relate to or explain the world through dialectics, because people have heard of Marx, but they've never actually read him, you know. And so it's a very dangerous place, because the centre is failing, and the left has gone liberal. The left has turned in, such as it is, has turned into defenders of the status quo. And the only revolutionary part of the political world out there is on the right. That's a dangerous place, you know. It means that people flock to the right for something to challenge the status quo with, and that's why we need to free up the unions. That's why we need to understand the politics that we represent and that we're fighting for, because if we don't, they're going to take over, because somebody needs to challenge the status quo. And if we're just going to sit there wishing it was 2015 again, what good are we? You know, we're absolutely pointless. We might as well hold the door open for them, you know. So we need to combat it. We need to combat it quick. So this is a criticism of everybody, not just the left and the right and the centre, just absolutely everybody. We need to get our act together. It's called Good Night England. Sprung from 1984 to double think the new class war, with the tweeting alt-right keeping score as the liberals wring their hands. The fascists win the same old race to wave your flag up in your face. Keep all class enemies in place, 'cause they'll never understand. As Brexit rolls in on the tide and screams its bollocks from both sides, the coconuts now run the shy and the whole world's taking him. But them who really own the stall have pulled the wool and fooled you all. They've rigged the shares so rise or fall, they profit anywhere. And it's you who drew the master plan with your hashtag short attention span. It's can we fix it? 'Course they can, 'cause you let them deal your hand. You didn't think and didn't think twice. You sold your soul and name your price. Nice to see you nice. Oh, good night, England. Good night, England. Britons never shall be slaves, sings a note so high it's off the staves. As dogs bark, Marx tends in his grave, and the left sleep at the wheel. Their chauffeur drives them the wrong way, up a new not too smart motorway, as the workers scream get out the way and queue for a Happy Meal. And to our leaders raise a toast, he'll represent who cheers the most, and always be first past the post, and you will always come in last. As the bulldogs dozing in the shed next to the stinking pile he made in old John Bullshit's new arcade, putting pennies in the past. There's a butcher's apron, 1 for 2. It's stained with red and white and blue. It's made in China, shipped to you, and you hold it in your hand. You raise it proud, you raise it high, this thing that bleeds your country dry. I don't know if I should laugh or cry, but good night, England. Good night, England. Never could your darkest dreams have summoned someone to your screens. Who knows what exponential means, but who'd sacrifice the head? And history will judge the fall of these empires that had the gall to slash and burn, destroy it all, and who never even cared. It'd change at the drop of a hat if someone made an app for that. But until that day, sit where you sat and ordering the beers. As the hate and lies they zig and zag from telly screen and daily rag, just wrap it all up in a flag and everybody cheers. So kick and scream and drink and fight as if 1,000 wrongs might make a right. I don't know how you sleep at night and I'll never understand. I'm no celebrity, it's clear, but for God's sake, get me out of here. You're welcome to your hate and fear. Oh, goodbye, England. Good night, England. Yeah, each day I wake up and fight, maybe sometimes out of spite, but I still think we could get it right. Good morning, England. Okay. Even after a right good moan, you've got to kind of keep it positive at the end, haven't you? You see, that's what it's all about. It's recognising what's bad and doing your best to make it good, you know. There's no point in sitting and complaining about stuff. You have to think your way around problems. You have to address them, you have to confront them, you have to stare them down, and sometimes you've got to fight them. But you must respond. You mustn't let them crush you. I'm going to finish with a proper trade union anthem from another time where people still believed, you know, and we need some of that belief back in a movement. We need some of that belief back as a people, you know, as a class. That's the important word, isn't it? As a class, we need to recognise our own power. We need to redefine ourselves and find a new sense of direction. We'll get there. Maybe not in my time, but we will get there. And the important thing is keeping that flame alive. The union's inspiration through the workers' blood shall run. There can be no power greater anywhere beneath the sun. What force on earth is weaker than the feeble strength of one? And the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. with the greedy parasite who will cut your job and welfare and then come back for your rights. What have we left it for us but to organise and fight? And the union makes us strong. Hey! Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. Yeah. They divide us by our colour, they divide us by our tongue, they divide us men and women, they divide us old and young. And they cower now before us if they hear this chorus song, 'cause the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. They've stolen all them billions that they never worked to earn. Ran off with me, never give us nothing in return. We could stop it all tomorrow if we'd only ever learn that the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. In our hands is placed the power greater than the hoarded gold, greater than the might of armies multiplied 1,000-fold. We could bring to birth a new wealth from the ashes of the old, 'cause the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. The union makes us strong. The union makes us strong. Thanks for listening, everyone. Hope you enjoy the rest of the speeches. And keep on keeping on.